So this is the Marshall Middleton, and I feel that it's a bit of a strange speaker. It's larger than most medium-sized portable Bluetooth speakers, but it's smaller than most large portable Bluetooth speakers. Hence, that's why I refer to it as a large medium-sized speaker. It also has a unique speaker setup, which gives the speaker 360-degree sound. Overall, I'm not saying that the Marshall Middleton is a bad speaker, it's just rather niche. So let's see what the Marshall Middleton is all about. We're going on pricing. This is one of the things that makes the Marshall Middleton a hard sell for me. The speaker has a retail price of $300, which personally I do feel that is a little steep for this speaker. Personally, I would only recommend that you pick the speaker up if it's on sale for $250 or less. $200 and it's a good deal. Nonetheless, if you want to pick the speaker up, it'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch shelf down below. I've made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I can be very particular. So I'll only set my name on something that I'm really proud of. Now first, let's talk about the design of the speaker. Size-wise, the Middleton is noticeably larger than your staple mid-size portable Bluetooth speakers like the Sony XB33 or the JBL Charge 5. But it's also noticeably smaller than your JBL Extreme 3 or Sony XG300. Hence, that's why I keep referring to this speaker as a large mid-size speaker. Now, durability-wise, the speaker has a metal grill on the front and a metal backplate on the back, and the whole thing is wrapped in a very durable rubber outer body, which should do a good job of standing up to constant abuse from bumps and scrapes. The speaker is also rocking an IP67 rating, meaning that dust and water aren't going to be an issue for the speaker, and there's also an optional carrying strap that you can attach. So, taking the speaker on the go with you is super easy. Plus, given the fact that the speaker doesn't have any exposed passive radiators to worry about, the Marshall Middleton is a super durable speaker and it's a great candidate if you need something portable. The only thing that caught me off guard is that this thing weighs in at 4 pounds. Now when it comes to battery life, the Middleton has an advertised battery life of 20 hours, which is very impressive, and this is another reason why it's a good candidate if you need something that's super portable and super durable. However, this advertised battery life of 20 hours is with this speaker playing at 50% volume, which is a little on the quieter side. Real-world use, if you were to use this speaker at 80% volume, is good for about 12 hours of playback time, which again is very impressive, but it is still a little on the quieter side because the speaker doesn't get loud until you get past 85% volume. Now, when it comes to charging the speaker, it charges via a USB-C port, which is great. However, the fast charging on the speaker isn't all that impressive because if you were to plug the speaker in for 20 minutes from a dead battery, you're only going to get 2 hours of playback time. However, what is impressive is that you can use the USB-C port on the speaker to charge the speaker itself, or you can use it to charge your own devices. But unfortunately, you can't use this USB-C port as a wired connection like how you can with the USB-C port found on the JBL Extreme 3. Nonetheless, I really appreciate that I'm able to charge my own devices with the USB-C port on the speaker, and if you really need a wired connection, you can still use the 3.5mm audio jack that's found on the speaker. Now, when it comes to Bluetooth connectivity, the speaker is using Bluetooth 5.1, but more importantly, it can be connected to 2 devices at the same time, so you and a friend can both be DJ. There's zero latency across the board when watching movies or videos on your phone, but when it comes to audio codecs, the Middleton only has support for SBC. Personally, I was really expecting AAC on this guy. But now let's talk about actually listening to music with this speaker. Regarding speaker setups, the Middleton has dual passive radiators that shoot out the sides, and it has dual woofers and dual tweeters. However, there's one woofer and one tweeter that shoots out the front, and there's a woofer and a tweeter that shoots out the back. Now first off, I love that this large medium-sized speaker has a woofer and tweeter setup because it helps the speaker have better instrument separation because the woofer handles the mids and the tweeter handles the highs. But so that you can see for yourself, let me just show you. Now, I had had to use the JBL Charge 5 here just so that you can get a better understanding of the demonstration here, but the Charge 5 also has a woofer and a tweeter setup. But like you may have just seen, the woofer handles the mids and the tweeter handles the highs. But also, since the speaker shoots sound both out the front and back, this is a 360-degree speaker, so it's going to evenly cover an area with music. So this is a speaker that you're going to want to place in the middle of a room or in the middle of your friends. This is a great speaker for sharing your music with friends, but I don't think that is the best speaker if you want something super loud and concentrated, because you can't direct all of that music directly at you. But another thing that I have to point out about this speaker is that you can adjust the bass and treble directly from the speaker itself, or you can open up the app. And with this speaker, I have to admit that it sounds very flat right out of the box. So with this speaker, I do like to use it with its bass set to 5 and the treble set to 3. But with all of that out of the way, we can now jump into the sound test.
Stranger to me, to you, but our pieces left uncovered. I'm thinking about 4-leaf clovers. I've got composure, silver coin. You hold me, turn me over right now, but expect to forget about it. Watch as the breeze binds gold and smoke that you've stolen. Feels like it's my fortune that you're folding. I was swimming with the sharks. I was swimming with the sharks. I can't tell you apart from them. You can't tell either. Will we love or fall in deeper? Tell me, darling, what is it you want? Out of mind doesn't work like it used to. As I know I remain a danger to me, to you. Going altered by the moment here. And as the days turn idle, sweet on survival, I'm on fire, waiting your arrival. I never expect to be saved without it. All you could ask for never made its way into your eyes. Cold in the water, cold unless you're keeping a disguise. I was swimming with the sharks. I was swimming with the sharks. It's out of my control. You set the play in motion. Couldn't be a bigger ocean. Tell me, darling, is this what you want? Oh, and all you could ask for never made its way into your eyes. Cold in the water, cold unless you're keeping a disguise. All you could ask for never made its way into your eyes. So very clever, leaving me to wonder what you hide.
So first off, I decided to use the XB33 here because I feel that it's simply a better speaker than the XE300. But more importantly, you can definitely notice that the Middleton has better instrument separation than the XB33 because the XB33 doesn't have any tweeters on it. So the mids and highs just don't sound as detailed as with the Middleton. And I would also argue that the Middleton has better instrument separation than the larger XG300. However, with the XG300, since both woofers and tweeters shoot out the front, this speaker just sounds more intense than the Middleton. I feel the Middleton sounds better than the XG300, but the XG300 sounds more present. But now let's talk about the max volume performance of this speaker. Now, I will say that this speaker gets decently loud for its size. However, the way that this speaker increases its volume is a little different. Most other speakers will increase their volume linearly, but with this one, it sounds a little quiet for its size up to like 85% volume, but then the last 2 clicks of the volume rocker on your iPhone, the volume on the speaker just shoots up. So overall, I will say that the speaker sounds good and it gets decently loud for its size, but this is a speaker that's better for sharing your music with because its sound just doesn't sound as concentrated because it's a 360-degree speaker. And I wish the volume adjustment on the speaker was a little more linear. But now let's talk about pairing the speaker up with other speakers. Now with the Marshall Middleton, you can pair it up to other Marshall Middletons by using Marshall stack mode. But unfortunately, you cannot mix and match Marshall speakers. So if you've got a Middleton and an Emberton 2, they will not wirelessly sync up to one another and play in sync. And personally, I do think that this is a shame because with a lot of other brands out there, you can mix and match speakers. So this way, if you plan on buying multiple speakers, you can have different speakers for different situations. You have flexibility and your cost is also going to be a lot more variable. Or if your friend wants to get the same type of speaker as yours, they don't have to get the exact same speaker as yours. So personally, I feel that if you plan on buying multiple speakers because you want to constantly pair them together, I do feel that the Marshall Middleton wouldn't be my first pick just because pairing the speaker up with other speakers is extremely limited. But with all that being said, I definitely wouldn't pick up the Marshall Middleton if you're looking for a speaker that you constantly want to pair with other speakers, because pairing the Middleton is very limited. Also, the Middleton is a little pricey for what it is. However, the Middleton is a great choice if you want a speaker to constantly use while you're with friends, because since it's a 360-degree speaker, you can cover a larger area with music without having to use your speaker at a higher volume. Plus, the speaker also genuinely sounds really good thanks to its impressive instrument separation. The Middleton is also a great option if you need something durable and portable because this thing is very tough, it has an impressive battery life, and it's not too big. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.